So, you know, it's all about the best teams having that consistency. Being able to do it for more matches makes you the better team. I know, shocker. And so for those teams that, yes, they've had the one game here or there, it's just being able to find a way to replicate that. You know, when you kind of look at the Orangutans, of course, they've kind of been the last team to find that top 3 finish, have kind of struggled prior to that finish. 16th, 16th, 14th, 7th, for example. So are they now going to just go back to that? Or do they kick on? Do they sort of grow from that last 7th round, second place finish, 15 kills? Can they sort of kick on? We'll see what happens, because it's easier said than done, Jordan. For the majority of teams, they've had that sort of game, and then they've just gone back to the way that they were playing beforehand.
Yeah, well, my eyes are quite squarely going to remain on day trade for this game, as I did mention before we went into the break. Miramar going to be an important map for them. It's always been a little bit more successful, particularly this season for day trade, the Miramar games, and so we will see whether or not that is going to persist here, and if they can pick up a bunch of points and put themselves into striking distance nearby with Cerberus. They're at on 5. Watching them at the start of the round, very, very surprising that that is the case, given they were in a 4-on-2, but they won it. So you'll take it.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of scanning.
So circle shift, you've got teams coming in from all 360 degrees. Now you've once again kind of got it from like 180, maybe in this case 240 degrees. PMA, going to lose a player. Right now, it's hard to be particularly negative of any of the teams that's 30 points plus. And in fact, really for any team, like everyone's still kind of in the mix here. It's not as if anyone's out of the realms of working into it, but we'll hold that thought for the moment because Genius have been crashed by Archangel Predator. That is a very nice molly. You're indeed correct. He is going to be done and dusted, and I think GE will be a little bit disappointed that this is going as it has. Glorious is going to drop off the roof. That's ballsy. And catches CJ for his trouble. Evil Patrick, I believe that is outside.
He's seen him
very low.
Yeah, Clarice did spot him.
What's it?
Loses out anyway. And yeah, Teddy's now rocking up as well. Trick behind him from the future. Evil Patrick probably dead too. Molotov goes in, avoids it for a little bit, but not too long. And it's Archangel Predator that go out in last place. And Simon from behind gets the down onto Trick, still watching from above. Now, Yuta making his way out for Genius Esports. They've got 4 kills. Can they find more? Probably not from here. Even if you get the down onto Teddy, you're not going to be able to convert.
Unless your name's Icarus. I'm not sure why they're down on Los Higos Island. Either way, Ranger X has got himself into an engagement, and Patton Pong is the trade. 1-for-1 here against E-Arena.
Oh, they've lost 2 now here. They're on 5, and the other 2 actually still sort of rotating in, and now they're going to make that decision. Rashida Jr. and X-Chris, the dynamic duo from the last game.
I think in the case of Origami Orangutans, some confidence and some lack of confidence through from that last game. Bit of both. And Theraton 5 is lucky to get past there without losing a player, I will say. Rashida Jr., he's going to have to pull up pretty soon. His vehicle's in trouble. He's got to run.
Good timing to get out of that, though, without losing his life. Of course, only the duo now for day trade on top of this hill. And they are really spread out and occupying a very large portion of the center position of the circle. Shen trying to just see if he can find that opening kill. It's going to be, though, Sophia that finds the SGD. Leo in the road. Bit of an off-meta position. Gets punished for it. Van peeks back. Gets the down to Shan successfully. So it's only 2 left for New Generation, but they are putting the hurt into SGD with a bit of help from Day Trade as well. Flash getting that kill. It is a disaster for SGD. 2 games in a row.
This is a very hard zone to play for pretty much everyone involved, though. The fact that you've got 2 hills on either side and then there's a valley in the middle, it sort of means that there isn't really any safe positions unless you're able to control your hill and find a little nook and a little cranny to slink away in. We'll hold that thought for the moment, though, because there is a big fight happening here, and that's a really long spray down from Nordra, but he gets it done in the end.
Watching the replay of that entry from New Generation, and it was Sophia that found the opening kill, but we did not see the angle there of Diane or Young B and what they were able to do to shut down SGD. We did see this from Van, who played that pretty well. Shen getting a little bit over-aggressive and did get punished for it. Now Nordra, though, has crept up onto the backside of Team Bliss and finally just pops up, gets the down onto Monty with that final bullet. They've already lost Mirage, and now with Monty on the ground, it's only Insight and Bryn for Team Bliss, but Bryn goes for the revive, and Insight will play cover. Not sure why Norge was by himself, though. Motorbike, get on it and get going, because you've got the rest of your team still intact.
Right now, they've actually got 2 members that are in need of a revive. Rosita Jr. able to pick one up, and this is what Theraton 5 really need to be doing at the moment. They're down to just a couple of members. They need to be trying to pick up those
Simon's
cheeky
going to
kills.
get run over.
Done so, Simon! Oh, he's a god. He's a madman. He's finished off, traded though. I don't think there's going to be anything there for GE. That res should be coming through. Cerberus down to just Heisaki, and he will be finished off without too much remorse.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. You look at today for Cerberus, 5th, no kills, 9th, 4 kills, and now out in 14th.
Yep.
With 1 kill.
Though, there is still a wrangle, right? And they were a little better on a wrangle yesterday. You said they got it done on both maps, and that is true. But 2 of their wins were on a wrangle yesterday. So maybe there's something to be said for game 4 and 5 tonight.
Certainly. I mean, they've still got such a large lead, but that's kind of what I'm getting to. It's like Daytrade, SVD.
The gap's closing.
Those teams below Cerberus are just not really putting points on the board. And E-Arena, one of those. And now they've only got one of those. Now none of those. 13th. So 3 of our top 6 or 5 teams, I should say, go on, make that 4. Yeah, only Daytrade left from the top 5.
How has Team Bliss managed to get Bryn in there? I'm not too sure. He should be a dead man, but he's okay for the moment. Daytrade are absolutely loving this situation, though. Exactly as you say, all of their closest competitors are donezo, and they're in a premium position to pick up some kill points. They have high ground, they have great scouting opportunities, and they can obviously get a lot of shots down on all the teams fighting below them. They've been picking up a cheeky kill here and there. 5 of them already in this game so far, so really closing that gap onto Cerberus. Bryn does get flashed out and should be pretty much dead here. 777 will finish that one up pretty comfortably in the end. Team Bliss out in 10th. This side of the circle, they know Icarus is on the north side. Obviously, MSC and Daytrade well and truly known, and the Expendables as well. Everyone knows where they are, but Ruram's position may be unknown at this point. Circle shift is actually going to favor Daytrade, which is fantastic news if you're a fan of Daytrade. Horrible news if you like MSC.
Of the Expendables, there's a bit more actual building to sort of play around. But then you may be prone to getting shot in the back by Icarus. I think maybe Icarus might be the best play here. Inside of the circle, yes, it's on the edge, but then also sort of away from that meat and the sandwich, like you said before. And yeah, Job Jab has been able to spot this from a while away. Julio and Ski able to get up close because Job Jab really put the pressure on early. Y8's played that as well as he probably could. In the end, it was actually Flash from Daytrade that was looking down above, getting involved. 11 kills now for Daytrade, 71 points, now within 15 points of Cerberus, and able to sort of farm up. And Neuroja was the solo for Buram, gone, now down to our final 3 teams.
You have to say Daytrade are really looking like the team to beat at the moment. They have the high ground advantage on both. The only way this goes wrong for them is if they put a little bit too much attention onto MSC right now. And as I'm watching, a little bit of a creep come through from the Expendables. No one from Daytrade seems to be spotting that, which is going to be a problem if Levi's and Ninja can get up on top of him. This grenade doesn't look like it's going to connect onto anything. Levi's is throwing it in the wrong direction. Oh, hang on a second. Pugils? Nah, he'll be all right. But that gives the game away. Daytrade are well and truly now aware that there is a little bit of creep occurring on their mountain. And Pugils has that first knock. It's a great start for Daytrade. Exactly what they need. They do also have to be aware they'll potentially be fighting a battle on 2 fronts here. If there's shots being heard by MSC, they're going to start to have a bit of a look. Or maybe 3 and have 1 at the back to try to provide some overwatch, some covering fire. That looks like it's going to be Julio with the sniper rifle to do. And oh dear, that's not exactly what you want. You can't be running into a traffic jam before you even arrive at work, unfortunately. It's not gone very well for them at all. Daytrade are having an absolute feast. And so too are the Expendables. What's important to note is that neither Daytrade or the Expendables lost a player in that engagement. And so we're back at a 4-on-4. I'd say it favors the Expendables, but Daytrade doing a good job on the wrap.
Yeah, 11 points now for Daytrade. So if they win this game and they get all of the kills as well onto the Expendables, it's going to be single digits behind Cerberus, and we'll have a race on our hands for that top spot. 3 kills for the Expendables, low ground position, but you do have Duck Juice on the other side of the road, playing at anchor position. 777 leads from the front, pushes up the hill, but in the meantime, Jordan, Day Trader pushing down the hill.
Yeah, they're giving up the high ground control, and they're just sort of playing into exactly what the Expendables are looking for. Cross shot's going to come through from Duck Juice. That's going to be a big problem. Belmoth down early, and you can just see how the Expendables is controlling this zone. It's such a strong position for 777. He is dropped, though, by Nurans. Big news. Brings it back to 3-on-3. Belmoth may even be resible inside of that smoke if Daytrade's feeling ballsy, but I think they're probably feeling a little bit too under the pump to get that res.
They need to play to Duck Juice. That's what they've got to play to. They're getting way too aggressive, pushing up into Day Trade without having Duck Juice being in that position. So how do you save Levi's here in this position? Same with Ninja. They're pushing above them. They almost didn't actually push back into the sight line of Duck Juice, who's doing a decent job of actually putting the pressure on. Levi peeks over, but this is the problem. If Levi's and Ninja keep peeking like this and they get knocked down, it's going to end up being Duck Juice the last one alive. Pooch Hills just trying to hang on. Ninja, yeah, look how aggressive they are. So low on health. They do get the down to Nurans, but Ninja finds 2. They're landing the shots that matter. And a bit of help from the other side of the road. The Expendables find the chicken dinner. Really pressing the issue towards the end. Really nailing home the pressure onto Day Trade. A much-deserved victory.
Yeah, very, very well deserved for the Expendables, but I kind of agree with what you were saying. There was very much a world there where if Day Trade hit a nutty shot or two, that could have gone very wrong for the Expendables.